All right, so let's talk about what's next for Floyd Mayweather after winning this fight. He's definitely in a nice position right now. I think he's just going to sit back and really see who's the next big thing coming up and see what the next big money opportunity for him is. I think he's got what, like 4 more fights to go in this whole Showtime contract, so he's got plenty of time. I mean, he could finish that off pretty soon. So let's look at all the options, shall we? In one of my videos I said earlier, I said that I feel like Danny Garcia is what's going to be next on the plate. And I've kind of had a feeling that if Garcia kept winning, that at some point I figured that that would be a fight right there, especially when you add the dynamic of Angel Garcia in the mix. You know that's a sellable fight. I mean, can you imagine the trash talk and the fight build up? It'd be great. And my thoughts kind of further got confirmed when I see Danny Garcia and Lucas Matisse on this card. That lets me know that Al Heyman and the whole Mayweather team are really paying attention to Danny Garcia, and they probably feel like he's going to be next. I mean, that's kind of what Mayweather tends to do, right? I mean, let's look at Canelo. He was fighting on Mayweather's undercards for a couple of times, and then he finally got his shot. I mean, they help build you up so that you and yourself can be a draw, just so that you get your own fan base developed and you bring more money to the table. I mean, it's just simple as that. And I really feel him going in that direction. There are rumors that Amir Khan could also be on the table if he gets past Devin Alexander. So that's one of the ideas that are out there too. So it's looking like at this point it's either going to possibly be Khan or Danny Garcia. I would lean more towards Danny Garcia for a couple of reasons. You know, one, Danny Garcia beat Amir Khan. You know, and that's the thing. Mayweather doesn't really like to fight guys who are coming off of losses or guys who have had big time losses like the kind that Amir Khan had suffered to Danny Garcia. You know, so people would say if Mayweather and Khan fought, well, why don't you fight the guy that knocked Khan out? Why would you be trying to fight Khan? So I feel like Mayweather would probably rather fight Garcia. But if Garcia isn't at the point that they want him at yet as far as marketability and he's not built up there yet, then you might see him fight Amir Khan or somebody else in the time being, and then you see the Garcia fight at a later date. Who knows? But my best guess would be that Garcia is going to be next on the table. You know, just from what I know of how Mayweather operates, and that's what I would believe that that's going to be the next fight, and that would be an interesting fight. I mean, at the end of the day, there's not really a whole lot you can really ask of Mayweather right now. He just beat Canelo. You know, he beat a guy who a lot of people thought he would never fight. A lot of people really didn't think he was going to ever really step up to the plate and fight Canelo. So give him his credit. I mean, what left do you want him to do? Now there's going to be the crowd that says, hey, go fight Sergio Martinez. I mean, when Sergio Martinez has guys like Triple G that he doesn't want to fight. I mean, now it pretty much comes down to, do you like Mayweather or do you not? If you don't like him, you're gonna have a whole list of guys that you would love to see him fight. You know, if you do like him, you're gonna try to find the easiest guys out there for him to fight. So now this is just pretty much a case of fandom and what you want the guy to do next. Mayweather's gonna do whatever's best for his pockets. That's what we know. So, like I said, from what I could gather, it's going to be Amir Khan. He's a big name, or it's going to be Danny G. And I would lead more towards Danny Garcia. I mean, Khan, he's probably going to end up getting knocked out by Devin Alexander because Khan is probably in a position where he knows once again he's close to a Mayweather fight. Whenever he gets close, that's usually when he starts looking past his opponents and ends up on the canvas. So that's probably what's going to happen for Khan. I guess I'll save that for another video on my thoughts about that fight. But real props to Danny Garcia and Floyd Mayweather. You know, both of them really came out there and were real professionals today. Mayweather dominated Canelo hands down. It wasn't even close. And Danny Garcia dominated Lucas Matisse. You know, he really came out there and really put his boxing ability on display. And I got to give him props for that. He was a real professional in the fight and after the fight. You know, some people are going to say there was some dirty things here and there. But it just is what it is, man. It's boxing. Things are going to happen. I don't think Garcia fought that dirty. I think regardless, he just won the fight, man. I think he really did. Matisse, if he was gonna win the fight, he really had to come out there early and establish himself more than he did, and really wake Danny up with some of those punches, which he was able to do that, but just not enough. Once Danny adapted to that shocking Lucas Matisse power, uh, he really showed that he was the better boxer in there. So props to both of these guys. That's what I think is next for Floyd Mayweather. I see a challenge of him versus Danny Garcia in the near future. You guys, let me know what y'all think. Who would y'all like to see Mayweather fight at this point? At what weight class? And who do you think he will end up fighting? Peace. Yo, I just have to say, man, Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne, just please stop. Put the mic down and stop. I mean, that was bad, man. That was bad. Anybody else see that ring walk, that ring entrance with Lil Wayne? That was horrible. That was probably the worst ring entrance I've ever seen, man. Ever seen. Whew, that was bad, man. I was just looking at Mayweather's face during the whole time. It was like, damn, man, I paid you to do this. I mean, that was horrible. So I'm hoping Lil Wayne did that for free because that was really bad. Lil Wayne's a clown, and yeah, that was just horrible.